What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with KP. Right now, I'm really focused on mobility work and what it's adding to my prep, my training, and my posing. In my last episode, I went to visit Dr. Kyle at Rebuilt Strength and Performance, and we did my initial assessment. From there, he built me a personalized mobility program. So implementing this in week 3 of prep feels like a really good move. I spent the last week implementing this into my routine, and I've already noticed a big difference. So if you have not yet watched that episode, I recommend starting there, because today I'm gonna take you to my follow-up appointment with Dr. Kyle. We're going to test my range of motion, see what's improved, get some corrections, and then build on the program so that I can keep progressing. I'm really excited to share this episode and part of the journey with you guys, so let's get into it. Hi guys, I am here with Dr. Kyle at Rebuilt Strength and Performance, and today we're doing my follow-up mobility assessment.
Yeah. So biggest things for her, her biggest problem was, what do you call that pose?
My front pose.
Your front pose. So she was unable to use her hip in internal rotation, so she couldn't even turn her body over that hip. Had basically a loss of active and passive range of motion. So we started with just hip internal rotation, kept it super simple, and in 1 week she started having more range of motion. Pose looks better. She could feel her glutes for the first time in how long?
5 years.
That's crazy. And then she had a little bit of like low back compensation from that, which I would see the back and the hips kind of play hand in hand. So the goal today is kind of reassess, see how much change we've made, and then see if we can progress things. Because if you're here seeing me, I don't want it to be the same thing over and over and over again. So that's the goal today.
So 1 week in, and we're retesting the exact same positions we did in my first session. So Kyle is basically checking my joint range of motion and where I'm feeling restrictions from side to side.
Your leg here, bring your foot out towards me. Well, that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you feel it at? Here?
Yep.
Sweet. And then let's go across that way just to see where we're at. Awesome. And then relax. Let's go straight leg.
The goal isn't to force anything. It's to see what changed from the consistent daily work and what still needs attention so that we can adjust the plan. Especially since this week I started noticing more sharp knee pain, and that really wasn't a concern during my first visit. So we're testing out my knees, and we're going to implement a little bit of knee work as well into my updated mobility program.
What are we feeling? Oh, this is less crazy tight. Are you tender at all on this side?
I am.
Okay.
A little bit.
After the retest, we do a little bit of soft tissue massage on my lower back as well as the soft wave. The goal with this is to help with the tissue quality and to keep me moving well while training hard.
Try to pull that leg off the table and tell me what you feel. Do you feel glute or do you feel back?
Neither.
Neither. Yeah, it's hard for you, right? Let me bring you to here. Now, can you squeeze glute and hold from here? Hold, hold, hold. What do you feel there?
Glute.
Good. And relax. So it's different once I bring you back there and have you actually work on engagement. So let's do a few reps here. I'm going to bring you to end range. Squeeze glute. Hold, hold, hold for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Still glute?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Go 2 more. Let me bring you there. Squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. And then 1 more. Bring you there. Squeeze and hold, hold, hold. Relax. What do you feel there?
Glute.
Glute.
Mm-hmm.
Now see if you can do it on your own. Can you bring that foot up? Feel glute?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Okay. Let me bring you there first to see where you're at. Okay. You go ahead and do it now. What do you got?
I feel glute.
Good. Okay. Let's do a few where I'll bring you. Squeeze, hold, hold, hold.
I could already feel a difference, more range, less restriction, and better awareness of what my body is doing. Next, we're running through my current mobility plan so I can get form corrections and clear direction on what we're progressing in week 2.
I want you to show me your rendition of them first, and I'm going to see if I can progress you through here.
I hope I'm doing these right.
Well, that's what we're going to go through.
You're probably watching and being like,
doing it.
Okay.
Where do you feel that? Do you feel it into backside of hip?
Yep.
Good. And then squeeze and open. Good. And then sink. And then open. Good. It's that deep hip clunk, huh?
Yeah.
1 more. Finish here. Okay, relax a second. I do want to change one thing. When you go and rotate down, I want it to be less of a knee bend and squat as I want it to be more of a just rotate your pelvis into your hips. So this leg doesn't really move much. I'm not
Bending in.
bending it here.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be almost try to keep just a soft bend in the knee and rotate into it. So if it's less motion, I'm okay with it. You're going to feel that tissue wind up a little bit more.
Okay.
So let's go back to that. So keep this knee here, and I want you to bring this hip in.
Ooh.
A little more, right? Yeah. Good. Back up. There it is. Good. 3 like this. Sink, sink, sink. Good. Up. Good. Sink, 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 and back up. Nice. How was that?
I feel it more.
Okay. Which is good. Really good. How you feel on this side?
Like this feels good to me.
Yeah. Both sides or just this side?
Both.
Okay, good.
Am I bending?
No, you're good. You're good. And relax a second. Okay. Take a brief second. How'd those feel?
Good.
Okay. You ready? Want to try with the weight?
Sure.
Okay. So it doesn't take a lot. Start with 10. I like to keep it on the opposite arm or opposite leg. So you shift, keep that close to your body here, and then keep that dumbbell into the inner thigh and squeeze the top here. Let's go back to our left leg first. Do you feel the difference with the weight?
Yeah.
Good. Sink, sink, sink. Come up, 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 up. Good. Go for a set of 5. Really sink into that hip. So don't try to get the dumbbell further. Try to sink this hip. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Good. Because sometimes you'll just start to reach more. Go back. Sink this right hip down towards the floor. Down towards the floor. Down towards the floor. Good. And back up. Relax. And shift that hip. Good. Up, up. Left hip to floor. Left hip to floor. Left hip to floor. There you go. I'm okay if you kind of fold yourself over like that with the chest.
Okay.
Down, 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 down. Up. Last one. Good. Let's get into your stretch first. Okay. Where do you feel this at?
Right here.
Okay, more in the front, right? So
Yeah.
you see how your hip is in, we call more flexion, so the knee's in front of the hip. I want to bring you back a little bit more. What's that do? Kind of makes it more of the general hip, right? Versus this is more of a pinch here.
Yeah.
Feel how active that is? If I bring you either in line or behind, that puts you more into the hip.
Oh wait, can you explain? Before I thought
Mm-hmm.
the pinching, I should like
dig into, like, try to fight more.
Yeah.
No, a pinching in the hip means there's a loss of motion there. So either it's actual bone, your femur's hitting the socket, or the muscle's so tight it feels like a pinch sensation. So instead of us trying to override that and dig into there, we need to open up more space in the joint to let that relax, which we know yours is not bony because it changed so fast.
Yeah.
So it's very common in females to have a bony pinch, but it's the difference of you just driving through hip flexion all the time. And you couldn't even extend through your hip because you never felt your glutes. If you can't use your glutes, you can't get back to here.
Okay, so I should be sitting like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You feel a difference, right? There's more stretch, and then over time, we're trying to get that glute to the floor more, but that's going to be, eventually I want you to be able to sit up like this. That's down the road.
Okay, yeah, I feel this.
Okay. So since you're here, let's do an isometric. I want you to feel this sensation as well. You're going to pretend like there's a weight scale under your ankle and your knee. So you're going to push both of these down into the ground lightly. What do you feel happen? Feel your hip start to kick on?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Hold, 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 and then relax and see if you can sink slightly deeper into that stretch. Good. We're going to go again. We're going to ramp though. We're going to go 20%, 40%, 60%. Okay? So let's start 20% effort pushing down. Let's go 40% push, 60% push, hold, hold, hold. Use this. Good for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Sink. Let everything relax. If you're using that isometric, try to get you a little bit deeper in the stretch. Let's go one more. Pushing down, ankle and knee, 20%. Give me 40, 60. Hold, hold, hold. Now slowly relax and let everything kind of sink in that position. That's cramping, isn't it? So the whole goal is the leg stays in place. We're not opening through the hip. Rotate. If you scoot back on the bench a little bit more and let your leg rest a little bit, you being more supported helps a lot because now you're not firing through here and you're getting more rotation on the outside. And sometimes I like this set better just because then you can literally just do side after side.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and try this one now. That one's better when I start to get you to do eccentric, so I'll pull the band out with you and then have you just slowly lower. That's the fun thing with mobility stuff. The same principles apply to like strength training. You can do eccentrics, you can do crazy amount of loading. It doesn't just have to be body weight flailing around.
Yeah, I like these.
Okay, and this is just a light one. Doesn't need to be crazy heavy right now, but you're getting good isolated motion just from the hip. All right, go ahead and relax. So I still want you to do your 90-90s to just see where you're at, but this is now the strength training version of them.
Okay.
Over time, we want to get you upright and do more there, but this is your golden ticket.
Okay.
Let's do one thing for the knees real quick. So band's gonna go just behind and above the knee. That leg is back. We're going to straighten our leg, squeeze our quad, come on off. Squeeze our quad, come on off. You should feel a decent amount in the quads. I know you don't want to work a ton of quads.
Yeah. Okay, so this is better.
Yeah. You get to the top of a squat or lunge, you're never told to just lock your quads out. It's not a thing.
Right.
Good. Other side, same thing. So we'll step that left leg back.
Big takeaway from today is body awareness changes everything. You have to be willing to get coached, to be open to critique, and to making the adjustments, because the plan isn't magic. It's only as good as your execution. So when you do the movements correctly and progress them the right way, that's when you actually feel the difference and keep moving forward.
Knees feel walking around, I don't know, squatting, lunging, what usually gets them to kind of pop and click. Yeah, they're going to be like that for a little bit. But what I care about more is when you load your joints, when you do your lunge, you do your leg press, and see how that kind of pinchy sharpness feels.
Okay.
I don't have a set prescription on band. This is a little bit of a heavier one, but 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10 before you do your leg day.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
And then let's do the mini band 90-90 instead.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, the mini band going out.
So I'm still doing the 2 minute.
Yeah, you still stretch. So your hip airplanes.
Okay.
I want you to add some weight to those.
Okay.
Now you're going to add resistance to your hip internal rotation movement as well.
Okay.
Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys, we are meeting in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
To do a follow-up, and I've got homework.
Progressions and more intensity.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. I'll see you next time.
See ya.
All right, you guys. So I've got a new mobility program I'm going to be working on for the next 3 weeks, and then I will do another in-person follow-up with Dr. Kyle. I'm a little disappointed I didn't start this sooner, but there's really no time like the present. I'm so glad I'm able to incorporate it now because it has given me so much relief, so much more confidence with my posing. My training has improved, and that's just in 1 week. I've never had any sort of like injury where I've needed physical therapy or at home rehab or anything. So this is like very new to me, but for preventative measures for athletes or just for people aging and getting into strength training, like for injury prevention and just overall functionality of your body, like, yeah, people do yoga, which is good, great, and wonderful. But I feel like a more intentional mobility program for you and your body so that you're moving better would be probably a lot more valuable, to be honest. Because I know when I do yoga, like there's certain poses that I can't get into because my hips are so tight. And so just like continuing to do those poses, sure, might help me get into it better over time. But like what we learned today, like sometimes leaning into those pinchy movements aren't going to make that movement easier to get into. Sometimes you need to do something else to unlock your body to help you move into it. So that's where I think like a personalized mobility program is just like everybody should be doing it. All right, you guys, we received feedback from Coach a little bit ago, so I'm going to update you on our game plan, how we're going to tackle this week 5 of prep, and then I'm going to wrap up this episode. So
since we had a pretty big drop in weight this week, energy is dropping, strength is dropping. I'm definitely pretty flat, which is exactly what we wanted. Because I have a different physique this time around, we are again implementing some new strategies, and I'm pretty excited because I took you guys through my 2 consecutive high days, but this week we are going to do 3 consecutive high days. So today is a low day because it is rest. So I'm going to get through this day, and then the next 3 days we're going to pull back, no cardio, we're pulling back on steps. I am going to resume 100% intensity with my training, and if it feels good to hit a PR, I'm going to go for it. But I'm excited to implement these 3 high days and see what happens. Again, I have a completely different physique from last season, the season before. Every prep is different, right? So being in a position to implement these new strategies is pretty exciting. So we are not focused on a target weight goal. I believe last season my stage weight was 123, 124, and I am currently 131. So I imagine my stage weight will be up a little bit this year, but again, we're not really attached to the number on the scale. It's really just information. We are more so just after the look that we're going for. So again, week 5 of prep, we're going to implement these 3 high days. As far as Dr. Kyle, I am going to be visiting him again in 3 weeks. So I'm going to organize myself with the new plan that we're implementing. This is not going to be daily. I have some things I'm going to be doing on lower body days only, and then some things I'm going to be doing every day. So switching that up a little bit. So I just kind of have to keep everything straight because I have mobility this week, posing next week, and then things are just constantly changing. You have to constantly be adapting, and I think that's what people kind of fail to understand sometimes, is that you get a plan and you think like, this is the plan, this is going to get me where I want to go the entirety of the time, and like that's not the case. The body is always changing, so you need to adapt and evolve with the goal so that you're constantly progressing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm interested to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments. I'm going to keep working on this physique. I'm going to keep working on presenting my physique in the best way possible. And I'm going to support all of that with this mobility work so that I can showcase my best package to date this year. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Like, share, comment. All of the engagement really, really helps me and what I'm trying to build here. So that is all I've got for you today, and I will see you guys in the next one.